good evening and good morning or good afternoon wherever you are out there on YouTube. And thanks for joining me today on my channel, Stephen Sturgill, as we take a look at some fragrances, some great, some not so great, but hopefully you can take my opinion to heart, or at least to mind, and just use it as a barometer to decide if you really want to investigate further to a fragrance or not. Ultimately, your nose will be the ultimate test and judge of whether you like a perfume or cologne or not. And all I can give you is my honest opinion. So here today we're taking a look at an old classic from Calvin Klein, CK1 Red Edition. I believe this came out in 2014. And if I'm not mistaken, the nose behind this was Anne Gottlieb, I believe. Could be wrong about that, but I know she did quite a few for Calvin Klein, also a lot of the body acts. Extremely successful perfumier and nose for working for a lot of the big houses and designers. Okay, so let's get right into it. When you hear the name Red, I typically think of amber, cinnamon, musk, usually tonka bean, often vetiver in the base, and probably some ginger, and that's exactly what we get. Now, knowing that this is a younger person's cologne or perfume, I was thinking it would have something kind of like some kind of berries in the base, red berries, blueberries, blackberries type scents. But instead, this one goes pear with aldehydes. But I think when you combine that with the suede, the black pepper, and the ginger, not to mention you have vetiver, tonka bean, and musk in the base, you probably do get a little bit of that berry-esque type aroma. But I'm just guessing. I've never smelled it before. So let's open this bad boy up. I got this at Marshall's, I believe, for about 20 bucks. So very, very easy on the wallet. It's always pleasant to get a nice designer scent for next to nothing, really. As you probably know from this line, it comes in this little medicinal-looking flask. And you open the top as so, and then insert the, I don't know if you call it a plunger or what, but spray head with the tube that feeds the feeder tube. Something like that. Anyways, bam. Is it any good? I have no idea. I would like to mention here, I tried CK Shock on the recommendation of a couple of other video reviewers last week. I think it was last week or the week before, and was thoroughly unimpressed with that fragrance. I had read and heard so many and seen so many good things on YouTube, and unfortunately, for me at least, it just was a very blasé scent. It was okay. It wasn't more than that, and it wasn't something that really stood out to any degree. It was very well rounded, but it just didn't do much for me, if that makes any sense. Not unpleasant, not bad, absolutely nothing special, unfortunately for me, but I will probably be doing a review on that later, just to get it out of the way and say that I reviewed it, but let's get going. Okay, sprayer is average, nothing special, but as you all know, the scent is the only thing that matters. I'm going to give myself here and here. Make sure that I get all that aroma. Okay, what am I getting? I'm definitely already getting some of the pear and aldehydes. Definitely getting some tonka, which strangely sort of reacts in a vanillic type way. I'm definitely, ooh man, up close you get massive blast of pear. Woo, that's sweet pear, man. That's not just a fresh pear. That's kind of like the old kind. I think it was Del Monte. As a kid, my mom and dad used to buy those sometimes, and we know. Well, I say crack them open. Probably cut them open with a jar opener, lid opener. But they had all this sugar in the base of the water, and so it made them extra sweet, and they gave off this incredible, pungent, sugary pear-like sweetness. Yeah, that's a lot like what this is like. That's funny. I'm not strangely getting any of the ginger. I was hoping that there'd be a little cinnamon in here as well. Hmm. Not sure. Okay, now I just did get a tiny microscopic hint of the ginger. Just this little sort of baby tingling essence. It's extremely mild though. I was hoping for more punch. This isn't very red. I know one reviewer online compared this to, I think, was it Azzaro? A 2011 fragrance they did, or maybe even older than that. Let me check where I read that. Let's see. I know one reviewer. I don't know if any of you have tried Decibel, but he thinks it's very similar to Decibel from Azzaro from 2011, I believe. Let me know if you think that's true or not. I've never smelled Decibel. It's a strange name for a perfume, but I guess they're all kind of strange to a degree. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely youthful. I'll give it that. But other than smelling mostly just pear, Swedish, and having this tiny, tiny hint of like I don't really get much vetiver, but there's like this little hint of vanilla, which I'm assuming is because of the tonka bean. But other than that, it's not very complex at all. And at least for my taste, it simply doesn't make enough of a statement. It's not bold. Uh, it's not a super freshy. It's more of like I'm not sure what I would I almost want to call it fougere, but I mean it's just so sweet and fruity. Um, it's Is it a fresh spicy? I guess, but I'm not getting a whole lot of spice. It's in there to be sure, but it's very muted. It's more at the base. I'm mainly getting these a little bit of the aldehydes and just a huge, massive dose of the pear. It's very sweet, very fruity. Get very little of the musk, guys. Very little. This is a nothing scent. Sadly, it just doesn't say a lot, and I think age this is more for a high schooler, max early college years. That's it. You could do so much better and be so much bolder, and find something out there that just does a lot more for you. This is a huge pass for me. If you are a teenager, you are welcome to try it out and give it a shot. This is just yeah, it's almost feminine in its smell, but it's just so one dimensional. Yeah, this is a huge disappointment. Absolutely no go for me. But you may smell something I'm not. I don't know. If you can, kudos. $20, and I'm gonna have to decant this baby to get some of my money back. Oh well. Such is the game of the perfume reviewer. So until next time, guys, you know what I like to say: spray often, spray well, live life on your terms, and if you do spray often, make sure it smells good. Until next time, guys, if you like, click subscribe and hit the bell for updates. Until next time, peace.